how we can overcome compassion fatigue. So if you're in school and people come with you with all sorts of problems, like, hey, Kenny, I have a relationship issue. Help me out. I never said that. Like, help me out. Or maybe, hey, can you help me with a homework problem? Like, I have so many issues on this physics homework, or this chemistry, or biology, or science, or whatever subject. And you're very nice, so you can lend them a little bit of help one day, and all of a sudden it's every day, and then it's every time they have an assignment, you gotta almost do it for them. That can be super fatiguing. And so this quote here is a summary of why we should be careful with these kinds of situations. We should live to stay well for ourselves because we all have our own dreams and aspirations, our own academic journeys. We have our close family and friends that we need to take care of. And most importantly, maybe you haven't thought about it yet, but there are those who you have yet to meet. For example, I met somebody last year who I never would have thought that I would have met that year. And now I'm meeting many of you who I did not think that I would meet this year. So please keep that in mind when you're helping your friends and those around you, that we want to be extremely helpful and compassionate, but there will always be people to help if you're looking, and there will be plenty of people that you have not yet met in your lives that will need your help. So water will provide a sense of safety, a sense of home, and a refuge for people to come to. And the last one is time. Now, for some of you who have been to my home, this is our garden in the back. My mom works extremely hard to have beautiful flowers, and whatever this thing is, I don't know what this is called, but it's nice. And it looks cool. But you can see here that on the sides, I'll get out of the way, we have these little pots, and we have little spaces here, a little here. And nothing is like super spreading across the entire place. Everything's a little bit organized. And so in addition to time, we also want to observe our flowers, observe the people around us, so that we provide guidance. And also, just like in the picture with the flowers, we also want to provide space for them to explore. So I talked to some parents as well about this, and it seems like many of us, just like their name kind of entails, the tiger parents can be quite ruthless. But I know they're all very kind. And sometimes that kindness can be a little bit overbearing, to the point where it can be suffocating. It can be a lot of love, too much love. And so sometimes we all need our space to ourselves, and we all need some time to kind of reflect and grow on our own. And now I'm not saying that we should just let people go and totally do their own thing, because people can do very funny things and silly things. But we should trust that we've done enough along the way, that with space and time, they'll grow in the right way. Now, observation is very important. I don't think that I'm the most observant person in the whole wide world. But if you can pay attention to your friends at school and see what they like, what they enjoy about life, what they don't like, maybe their favorite ice cream flavor, very simple things. You can show to them that you love them a lot. And that's just a very simple way that we can be observant with those around us. So with all of those elements together, some time, some space, the water you provide, the sunlight that you shine on people, these people around us, these metaphorical flowers, will continue to grow. Now, yesterday I talked about praying every day. Talk about praying every day. And some of you approached me telling me that I don't pray every day. And I'm not really sure how I can get into that habit. It's not something that I really believe in yet. And I'm not really sure how to feel about it. And I think it's totally fair. And so to encourage all of us in daily prayer, because I'm speaking what I spoke yesterday and today, and tomorrow, we're going to pray together right now. So I'm going to ask all of you to close your eyes, and I'll read out the prompt. And this time, you do not need to repeat after me, because that was a little bit difficult for us. So here's how it is. You put your hands together. I want you to think of someone who you often interact with, who you think that you care for a lot, but honestly, sometimes it can be tiring even for you. And that's okay. So think of that person very clearly in your head, their name, their face. And here is our prayer for today. Dear blank, think of that person. I am thinking of you today. Please understand that while I may not always be available, I pray that you are safe, filled with joy, and surrounded by love. I keep you in my prayers. Thank you for your forgiveness and acceptance. With love, you sign off with your name. Now you can open your eyes. So that's our daily prayer for today. And so, in summary, we can express our love by nurturing people. And we can nurture others by providing positivity. And we can accept them and give them a sense of home and peace. And we can do that consistently to show that we care and love people. And finally, we should understand that people may need time and space to grow and to change. And that everyone deserves your patience along the way. All right, does anyone have any questions? Also, thank you.
What happens when you're too nice and other people take advantage of you? Like, because like sometimes like in school, like what if you're like that guy, like someone approaches you and like they take advantage of you because like they don't do their homework daily, they just copy. It's like, oh, you help me with my homework, like every time. And they kind of like just use you as a tool.
Whoa. So the first answer I'll give is that I think resolving that by thinking of avoiding compassion fatigue, Justin, is the first solution. But I don't think that's the only solution. I think that this may be easier for some of us who are older, maybe going off to college soon. But prioritizing your own mission and your own purpose, which I know that we will have talks today about those topics, about having a goal and mission and what you want to do with the rest of your time. That is really important in making sure that people don't use you, quote unquote, as a tool. I think we've all been in that situation where you are the smartest person in that friend group, or maybe you are the person who does all the group work in a group project. It stinks. But the fact of the matter is that we only care to get an A, and we really shouldn't really consider other people's results. I think we should be happy and totally satisfied with how we're doing, regardless of how other people are performing. The only situation where really we should be considering these possibilities is that just like you said, their actions impact how you perform. And when that happens, then we'll keep your purpose in mind and what you want to do in college or in high school or in middle school. You want to get that A, and if that's going to compromise that, then maybe we just can't help them at this time. And that's totally okay. We have no obligation to help people all the time. That is unreasonable and honestly a little bit naive. That's my answer. Is that fair? Thank you. Okay. Anyone else have any questions before I wrap up? Okay, great. Well, that's all I have to share for this morning's talk. I'll be back in the evening, so you can't get rid of me again. I'll be back, and I know that we have a series of TED Talks in a couple hours. And so I really hope that all of you show the same respect that you showed to me to those speakers because I have been lucky enough to get a sneak peek of their talks the last couple of weeks, and they have worked extremely hard on these presentations. And so because I don't get the stage to say this later on, please be respectful and be kind to the rest of us who have put a lot of time into working on this TED Talk in the future. So thank you very much, and I'll turn it over to
Okay, so thank you to Austin for the presentation. A round of applause. Okay, so I believe that we're going to do bowing next after this. So, yeah, everyone put your pillows to the back, but make sure to keep your mats where they are. Just bring the pillows to the back and get some water because it's really a little rough. Yeah, just move your hair, okay? And then you know how to stretch your knees.
On a YouTube stream right now. Who's filming? That's literally a stream. Oh yes. Stream it over here. Yo, is that are we streaming on HD TV?